I'm pretty much to the point where, yeah, I'm financially destitute. It sucks. So it is what it is. Now, what I noticed was that it was maxing my CPU when I did this. Like, my CPU use was at like 90-something%. That's awful. You don't want your computer always running at 90-something%. And I was like, well, this is not good. This is going to lead to problems. So I wonder what we're going to do. And so over the course of the first few months of this year, I was experimenting a bit. And someone had sent me some information and suggested that I do something called splitting the processing load for my streams and my on-demand videos. You might be confused. You're like, what does that mean? Well, unlike other content creators on the internet, fuck me, I do not just do one process of capturing and broadcasting. A lot of content creators, what they do is they just capture from their console or their PC. They run it through capture software like I do. I use OBS. A lot of people use OBS. No shit, Sherlock. And there's one feed that goes out to the internet, whether it goes to Twitch, whether it goes to YouTube, wherever it's going, okay? Kick, wherever they're streaming. Then after the fact, once that stream is done, all they do is they take the one archived video of that stream and they just go, bloop, it's archived. There you go. Watch it on demand if you want. Fuck everyone. You were lazy motherfuckers. All right? They don't split it up. They don't edit it. They don't title it. They do nothing to curate that content. They just let it sit there as a raw stream. I know because my wife and I have watched streamers like this. They're very prominent and they get tons of views. I guess people just don't mind the fact that they just put down raw content and don't even title it half the time properly. You know, I put in a lot of extra effort. On top of what a lot of other people do. To make it so that my content is more easily digestible and watchable for multiple kinds of audiences. I appreciate everyone who's here every day for the live stream, but at the same time, I understand that I got my start on YouTube as an on-demand gamer, someone who put out playthroughs offline before I even live streamed, and I still have thousands of people who tune into my channel on a daily basis to watch that style of content. They can't catch the live streams, they just want to watch it after the fact. So, unlike those other content creators that just dump their archive stream and they're done, I put in a ton of extra work and effort. What I do is during the course of me broadcasting a live stream, I separate my content into individual videos and record them locally to my hard drive. It's not just a stream that you're seeing live on the internet. It's actually a twofold piece of content. Now, why do I do that? Well, there's two main reasons why I do that. Reason number one is because if you're recording locally and something happens to go wrong with your internet or your stream, you still have your video. You see? If I were only doing a live stream on YouTube and then all of a sudden my internet cuts out, guess what would happen? You would not have that archived video anymore. You would be losing a giant chunk. What if I'm playing a game and the internet goes out in the middle of a boss fight and I finish the boss and I look back and I'm like, oh crap, the last 20 minutes didn't broadcast. Well, now no one will ever see that 20 minutes ever because it was not recorded anywhere. Handicapped. Whoa! Power just fucking flickered. What on earth? Well then. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, my power just flickered in my house, which turned off half the shit in my room. So that's why right now everything just died. That was unexpected because it's fine outside. I don't know why my power flickered. That was bizarre. But yeah, I guess I'll stop recording this part. Normally my parts would be much longer, but I have to stop because all my stuff has to reboot now. And that has happened several times, usually a year. My internet might ever accidentally cut out or lose connection to YouTube or whatever it may be. And you would lose that. You would lose gameplay. You would lose parts of a stream because I'm not recording it locally. That's number one. Now, number two, one of the major reasons why I've always done the stream here while also recording is because over the years, streaming has changed. Different streaming websites have different criteria. This months and months ago. Because ever since I split the processing load for you guys, I thought I'm broadcasting and giving you higher quality stuff. All along, it's not true at all. I'm just giving you low quality streams because I'm streaming at the low end codec. Basically, what I was doing is broadcasting an incredibly high bitrate product to a pipeline that couldn't handle it. Look at this, 60 frames running through all this grass. How's this looking on the stream? Previously, this probably would have been insanely pixelated. How's this looking for you guys right now? Right now, it looks smooth to me. What do you guys think? This is a true test of the new encoding for the stream. It bottlenecked and just made it look like crap for you guys, okay? So the entire time I'm playing Street Fighter 6, the entire time I'm playing, you know, Final Fantasy 16 or Zelda or any of these games, you know, open world games with good visuals and all this stuff, and you could have been enjoying much better visuals. Lies of P, the entire playthrough up to now, the streams have looked like crap apparently. I didn't know that. I wish I knew. I wish YouTube would have fucking grew a brain cell or two and figured out that people would like to know about these options. YouTube being so fucking stupid, okay? So, what I found out is that there's 3 different options for streams. Option number 1 is very low end, anywhere from like 3,000 kilobits to roughly 8,000 kilobits per second. This is needed for around 720p to kind of a low end 1080p video, all right? That's what 99% of the people broadcasting on YouTube will use. But for someone like me, who does this full time, and I want to give you better quality, I should be using something better than that. I'm broadcasting at 13,000 kilobits per second. That's almost double what the capacity of that stream codec is allowed to handle. You understand? So, this is the middle of the road codec. This one is essentially meant for streams around 8 to 9,000 kilobits per second, all the way up to like roughly like 18,000 or something like that, okay? Generally, it's meant for 1440p video, but again, I want to give you the best quality 1080p 60 frames per second video you can get, so that's the codec that I'm now using as of yesterday morning. So, here on YouTube, you can go up to 4K. Would I ever do 4K? Because people have actually asked me this. They said, would you ever do 4K? You know, I'm not against it, and quite frankly, I feel like my internet would likely support it. If not, I could get internet that would support it. Like right now, I'm at an internet package that's not the absolute top of the line, but it's like a step down, right? If I were to pay a little more, yeah, I know, more money, I'd have to get increased internet so I could stream a 4K. I would not be against it. Give me money. Give me all your money. I guess the question is a couple factors. Number 1, how many people realistically would actually watch me play games at 4K? How many people have the kind of internet to even support that? I find it hard to believe that there would be many people who would be watching me play video games at 4K resolution. I'm sorry, I don't believe it would be something common. You know, that's a lot of bandwidth being used. Today, a lot of people don't even have unlimited internet plans yet. They're all being nickel and dimed by their ISPs. Now imagine you watch a stream of 4K. Oh, I just exceeded my internet plan within 20 minutes. Oops, right? So, that's number 1. Number 2, to stream at 4K, that means a full-on overhaul of all my equipment. I would need a whole new PC, much higher end than the one I'm using right now. I wouldn't even be able to use my current capture device. That doesn't work. It only does 1080p. I'd have to buy a whole new, probably internal capture card, running wires across my room here to get that going. Essentially, it would mean a big overhaul. Now, the thing is, eventually, I do need to overhaul my setup. It has to happen. All right? It's going to happen. In the long term, that it is going to happen. Okay? Give me the money. Okay? So, as of now, with this new improvement, changing the codec, I feel like these streams might have hit the sweet spot of what I'm looking to do. Good quality visuals, right? The ability to still interact with all of you. The stream being equivalent to the on-demand videos now. That's pretty awesome. And I'm happy that we got there. I just apologize that it took me some 6 to 8 months this year to figure this out, because YouTube, again, book smart, not street smart. Add in all the abilities to do it. Don't put it in any logical place where it's in front of your face when you're setting up a stream. It doesn't make any sense at all, right? Imagine you go to a sandwich shop and omelets is making my mouth water. Yeah, I know. Whenever I talk about food on the stream, people get people get all hungry. And typically I do too. Sometimes I'm playing and people mention pizza, and then I miss my pizza from back east, you know, in the United States. The pizza I used to eat on the East Coast, I crave it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm so hungry. And you go to the sandwich shop, and in one room, you order your sandwich completely how you want it to be made. But by the way, there's a secret room next door where they have extra condiments to put on the sandwich, but they don't tell you about that room. Now, if you go in that room, you have the ultimate sandwich because you got banana peppers, you've got all chipotle sauce, all the things that you want for your sandwich, but they're hidden in the side room over there. You don't even know. Only a few people know about that room. Do they tell you when you walk in? No. Do you ask? Why would you ask about it? How would you know it exists? It's a secret room they've hidden on the side. But for those who are in the know, they can go next door and get the best sandwich possible, right? I mean, why even make the room if you're going to hide it, right? But again, it's just ridiculous. That's how they operate on YouTube. Great ideas. Really intelligent. Let's add these new features that'll improve everyone's experience. Sounds good. Could you tell me about them? Could you put them somewhere where I can find them? Like, why are you doing this? Because that pisses me off. Think about all the playthroughs I did this year. That absolutely would have been much better looking, right? I'm curious about like my Street Fighter streams. Will my Street Fighter streams have looked insanely good this year if it weren't for this YouTube thing, like hiding the encoding? That pisses me off, man.
It's actually pure green alcohol I keep in here. You guys don't realize it. You think it's a Mountain Dew Kickstart? Oh no. Oh my God! Excuse me.